Another big question we are asking tonight, do athletes get a free ride when it comes to justice? NFL star Dante Stallworth got drunk, killed a man. The Cleveland Browns receiver ran down a construction worker in Miami after a night of partying back in March. And for that, he got 30 days in jail, 2 years of house arrest, and 8 years probation, during which he'll probably be able to play pro football again. Here to talk about this case, Jami Floyd, who is the anchor of In Session on True TV. Sports attorney Ryan Smith is with us as well. And in Atlanta, Dante Stallworth's attorney, David Cornwell, also joining us tonight. Welcome to everybody. Jami, let me start with you on this because you say, 30 days is actually a pretty normal sentence.
Yeah, I think this is getting misreported in a lot of ways. A lot of people focusing on the civil settlement. That's a different case. Focusing on the NFL. That's a different case. This is about taking a plea. He took a plea. This wasn't a trial. This is not a sentence after a conviction came down. Part of making a deal is getting a good deal. And he's been remorseful from jump, as the kids say. I've stood by many, probably hundreds of people taking guilty pleas. I've rarely seen someone express so much remorse so candidly in a court of law at a guilty plea.
But to a lot of people, they think, okay, Michael Vick gets, what did he get, like 19 months for dog fighting, and this guy killed somebody.
It may be that athletes get a better justice in court, but this case is not exemplary of that.
Ryan?
I think he got way too little time. I mean, let's face it, he had a 15-year max on this one. So the fact that they accepted a 30-day plea, which really is more like 24 days because he can get an extra 5 days off and he's already served one, is way too low for actually hitting a guy while drunk while he's waiting for the bus.
But 8 years probation, he blew 1, 2. It's not like he blew 3.
8 years probation is not any... Exactly, he killed a man, and the thing is, the prosecution had a burden to charge him to try to get a much higher period. Now, let's face it, it's great that he was forthcoming from the very beginning and all these things, but he had the money to get out of this.
Hold on, guys. We've got Stallworth's attorney with us. So David, you're here. I mean, what do you say to people at home who are frankly pretty outraged when they hear 30 days for somebody who killed somebody in a drunk driving accident, and he's an NFL star? How do you explain it?
Well, you explain it by noting that you have to dig a little deeper than an emotional reaction. 3 factors contributed to the plea result: the unique circumstances of the case, the facts were in dispute, and in a DUI manslaughter case, causation is always an issue, and our criminal defense lawyer, Christopher Lyons, was quite confident if we had to go to trial. 2, Dante's remorse and the way that he conducted himself from the moment of the accident up until yesterday when the judge said, you have taken responsibility like a man. And most importantly, the Reyes family did not want to have to relive this tragedy by going through a trial. And the court appointed a personal representative for Mr. Reyes' daughter, Daniela, who spoke at the hearing yesterday and said Daniela would suffer psychological damage if she had to go through a trial. All those factors combined to end up with the result that we had yesterday.
All right. Is he going to play football again?
He's going to play football again, most definitely. I mean, he's basically going to be in jail for 30-some days, and then he comes out, and he's got enough time to make it in for training camp. But let's face facts here. I understand he took a 30-day plea. He had exemplary legal counsel. But he only gets 30 days. If he didn't have money, if he couldn't settle the civil suit in advance, would that have happened? Could the ordinary Joe get a 30-day term?
We should give indigent people this kind of defense. Certainly. The bottom line is our criminal justice system is not about retribution. It is about making sure that we represent the defendant properly, and he was properly represented here, and he's adequately remorseful. What more do we want? To put him in prison just so we all feel good about it because he's a big athlete? That's not what our system's about.
Well, got to end it there, but you wonder, that's a whole separate conversation, I think, where our justice system goes on cases like this. But many thanks to Ryan, to Jami, and of course David Cornwell. Thank you for joining us as well. We really appreciate it.